Hi, welcome to Hedgehog Hollow. It's Sunday stamping time with Elizabeth Craft Designs, and today we're going to be making these gorgeous origami trees. I love how they look. We've got 3 different variations to share with you, so let's get started. Today we're going to be making origami Christmas tree cards, and I've got a few variations to share with you. This is one idea that I had, and I left the points so there's lots of dimension that you can see there. In those points I put pearls on here, and I put smaller pearls on each of these points as well. I've used a strip of brown cardstock, which we'll be doing too. This was a piece of 12 by 12 paper from Elizabeth Craft, some of their soft finish cardstock, and so I scored it at 4 inches all the way along. It's 5.5 tall, and then I die cut a circle just using some basic circle dies that I have here from scrapbook.com. And then I used the Mauve scrap. It's Christmas time paper. I put adhesive all over this panel here and popped it on there, and then I die cut the circle on that middle panel. So there was a piece this side and a piece this side, and I put the paper in the middle. This flap I then folded under, which is what I've put the tree on. And I used the candy cane wishes from the Elizabeth Craft sentiment set called Holiday Cheer. Of course, everything will be linked underneath the video for you as well. Then for another idea, I did this one here. I put a red bow around a piece of Desert Storm cardstock. In gold here it says all is calm, all is bright. And then I've made the same tree, and I used some glue dots to glue down the points of the tree. So it's a little bit better if it's going through the mail. This is great for a hand-delivered card, or maybe you want to put it in a card box. But you just want to put it in a regular envelope. That's a really great way to go. And then I've put my diamantes here, one at the top, one on each of those points, and on here, again, that brown piece. And then I die cut some ovals, again, using the nested ovals from scrapbook.com. And for this, I used the Mauve Scrap White Christmas Collection paper. And again, on this one, I should just show you, I put a star on the top with a green pearl on the top there. Now, we are going to be doing the same tree. We're going to be using the Mauve Let It Snow. And for each of these, you need 4 squares of paper. Now, I used 2 coordinating papers. You could do it all out of one paper, or you could do it in 4 different papers. So if you want to do it in 2 papers, in your first design, you're going to make a 3 by 3 square, and you're going to make a 2 by 2 square. In your second paper, you're going to be making a 2.5 inch square piece and a 1.5 inch square piece. So we have 3 inches square, 2 inches square, 2.5 inches square, 1.5 inches square as well. Now for each of these, you're going to want to fold it in half lengthways. And I have my bone folder, and after much trying out, I do prefer the Teflon bone folder. I prefer the fold it makes, and I don't seem to get any marks or anything on my card. And this one I think is one that I got from Ellen Hudson, and I'll link that up for you as well. And then we're going to do both diagonals. So I'm going to do it one way. And this you want to be quite precise with, so you want a good paper trimmer. My favourite one is the Cutterpede, which will be in my favourite craft supplies for 2017. And I have it in the smaller and the larger size. So again, and now you're going to do the same thing on all 4 squares. Now we have these put together, we can make our tree pieces. So you want to fold it in half on a straight fold, and then when we have these 2 pieces here, you're going to fold that inwards so you then get the point. So again, I'm just going to kind of push that up and then just push that piece in. And then you want to fold these pieces back so that this straight piece is along that center fold there. You'll have one piece down here and then again on this piece here. And then just grab your bone folder and firm those folds up. So let's do the next one. So again, we have a straight fold. We're going to push that piece in here and we're going to push that piece in there. Then we're going to take our piece, just our top layer, and you're going to fold in again. I find it easier if I put my nail on that point at the top. That helps me fold that paper in. The Elizabeth craft paper is really nice. It's not quite a cardstock and it's not a really thin paper. It's got a really nice thickness to it. And out of one piece of 6x6, you could get, I reckon, 3 cards using the coordinating method, so 2 different ones. If you were using all the same paper out of a 6x6, I would think you could get 1.5 from it at least, if not a little bit more as well. So you can make lots out of one pack of paper, and they have some beautiful Christmas papers here. And so you can see how quickly these come together, and I think they look so effective. If you've been card making for a long time, you may have made these a few years ago. They were really fashionable for a time. And I found one in my drawer and I thought, I must make one of those again. I've got so many pretty papers from Elizabeth Craft. So there's our 4 pieces for our tree. So now we can assemble our tree together. And for that, I'm going to use my Elizabeth Craft double-sided tape. I prefer the slightly thicker one for doing this. And I tend to just tear off a piece like this. And then I start by sticking it on here at the bottom and fold it back. Then we're going to take our second one and I'm going to put it in this little pocket here. So then we pop our second one in here. And it depends how far apart you want them, but you want your lines here to line up all the way. That's the important piece. Then I'm going to make sure I've just caught that second one, and we'll put the third one on like this. Catch that one, fold it back, and again the same all the way up to the top, and then it's really easy to just tear this off and tear it off on this side too. So that's our completed tree. I also have pre-cut my card base, half a piece of Neenah Solar White, trimmed in half and made into my base. I pre-cut another piece out of that Let It Snow paper, and I cut that using the My Favorite Things STAX, really great basic set that I have there. Just a fun little detail. But there are lots of ways, as you can see, that I have put these together. Pictures will all be on the blog as well as the end of the video, so you can pin those onto your Pinterest boards, and of course they'll be on the Hedgehog hollow boards as well. Whenever I mount up, I open up my piece of cardstock and then I pop this down on there. It's not so springy. I have a smaller piece cut as well that I've put some foam on the back of already to give it some extra dimension. And so we'll layer up that too. And now we want a piece of our brown. This is just a 1-inch strip, and I'm just trimming a little piece off to make our tree stump. Again, I'm going to take some of that Elizabeth Craft tape. It's perfect to just tear along the bottom there. And we want to pop this inside of our tree, like so. And then we're going to stick our whole tree down like this. So there's our tree stuck on. I'm going to leave this one as a dimensional, but if you want to go with the method that I used on this one, if you're putting it through the mail and don't want the extra postage on there, then just put some glue dots under each of these bottom tips. So just open it up here, pop a glue dot on here, you can see there, and then you'll be able to stick each one of these down. For this, I'm just going to take my bone folder and just firm up those folds even more. But I really like the dimension that you get, particularly the way it sort of jumps off the card and really feels like a lovely snowy piece. I'm going to add some gems on. I have a sheet of gems here, and I put one at the top of the tree. So you could either die cut a star as I did on one of the previous ones, or you can pop a gem on the top like this. You could do a coloured gem, but I like the look of the silver particularly on here. So I'm going to just go down each of those edges, popping a gem on, like so. And the same down the other side, just a little bit of added bling. And I'm also going to add, you can still add the gems in the middle there. So just press the piece down and pop the gem on. Like so. So there's our finished Christmas tree, and here are our other two as well. All the pictures, as I say, available to pin on the blog and on the Elizabeth Craft Designs blog as well. So do check those out, plus full supply lists are below the video and on the blogs as well. Thanks so much for joining me here today for another instalment of Sunday Stamping. We love being here with Elizabeth Craft Designs, and we'll be back with you again next month for some more inspiration. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button or stamp it if you prefer, and I will see you again very soon. Happy stamping! Bye!